information. The whole of existence, the whole of what we know is just information. In fact, the body itself has become a vessel of information. What the body does, what the body's made up of, what the names of the individual components of the body are, where the body came from, where the body is going. All informative stuff made up from an observation, what you would call program, that we call the mind. And from this program we call the mind, like any other program, it develops folders of subsequent programs, and we have folders like ego, and then ego itself is broken up into states of emotions and words, identities, and even the state of happiness, an emotion, a word, an identity are broken up from the ego, from a program of information, from the observation of what the mind teaches itself to do. And it can form states of billions of states of how can I find happiness. How can I find happiness is your information brain or mind saying, I need information to know how to find the information happiness. I believe this is not so. I believe it is an emotional, sensory, reactive, natural way of the body. And of course that's what it is, but it's not called happiness. It's not called any kind of name. Many people, I hear them say every day, this I hears everything. You see, this is information. I hear, therefore I take it into my brain or my mind, and I make assumptions or thoughts or what I would call possibilities of aiming towards further higher informative ways, so that I can feel so much special, so much able, so much superior, so much more intelligent, until I reach the tower of wisdom. I hear every day, how can I find truth? Give me some information, give me some practice. Practice is an information. It's made up of different words, syllables, experiences, and hundreds of thousands or billions of minds collating to say this is the great practice of Buddha. And it's all information fed into the computer, your brain, which is the immaculate storage of information. Your brain can store, or your mind, you see, your brain, I really don't think the brain has a storage capacity. Its job is to keep the body alive. Its job is to keep signals. But it can be affected by the mind saying, don't do it this way, do it that way. And the brain, it's such a incredible, it's more friendlier than the dog. It will do anything for you. It will jump off a cliff for you. So the brain says, I know I've just programmed my whole body into doing it this way, and my master, my mind, the one that I serve, wants me to do it another way. So I will just have to, readjust, reset. And the brain has that capacity, it has that capabilities. If you ask it too many things against its will, it will take on a form of mental delusion or depression or dementia or Alzheimer's, where the storage compartment, the hard drive, cannot take any more gigabits. or terabits nowadays. So how can I find the truth? How can I find the unknown? How are you going to find the unknown? With information, with that what you know. You see, the unknown, surely, think about this. Put your mind into a stop, just for a moment. The unknown cannot know anything. It cannot know anything, so how can you find the unknown with an unknowing vessel? You see, you don't want to find the unknown. You cannot find the unknown while you want information to pass it on, to share it. Nothing exists. Yes? That's all that exists. Nothing. Nothing gives life to its abilities, to its possibilities, to its assumptions, to its dreams, to its thoughts, to its hopes, to its beliefs, all created, all man-made from an informative mind. You know, we have the matrix of what you would call consciousness. You think consciousness is just something that, let's give this boy consciousness, and one day we'll take it away from him. What kind of consciousness are we going to give them? Well, there's only one. Let's just give him the only one. And that's what happens. You are the only pure, true, unbelievable, untarnished, omnipotent, omnipresent consciousness. But you have these capabilities, whatever you are, as consciousness, to create happenings, somethings. And that's what we do every day of our life. We then turn it into information. You see, before information, you say, how will I know before information? Because you are the truth. You are the unknown. Therefore, the unknown doesn't have to do anything to know itself. That's how immaculate nothing is. That state of emptiness, that state of emptiness is so empty. It's like that beautiful cocoon, you know, billions of let's say light years, all held up in a cocoon of love. And you don't know anything about it because you're outside of the cocoon. You say, I wonder, look at all that love. I wonder what it feels like. So at that point, it's empty to you. You have no association with what is inside it. You have no association with what is inside it. So therefore, that cocoon is emptiness. But you know that something within it is full of love. So the minute you pop the cocoon, you know, it blasts, covers all the universes and the galaxies. It enshrouds you as part of this cocoon, a part of this incredible love. This emptiness has went to fullness. And just one little, you see, that's what the great speakers speak about. Die before I die. How can I be enshrouded, this I be enshrouded in that full love that is born from my empty self? Remove I, you see. Where is I situated? You see, where is the I of myself situated? When you say, where am I situated? You point to your body. You point to me. You point to the person. Where is the I within myself that lives, breathes, and gives life to my body, my senses, my experiences, my breath, my consciousness? What type of consciousness is this I? You see, the Bhagavad Gita talks about God consciousness, cosmic consciousness, transcendental consciousness, spirit consciousness, human consciousness, cosmos consciousness, being consciousness. But what about I consciousness? Is I not part of consciousness? The same as that subsequent moving outwards into the matrix of information. Happiness, is happiness not part of consciousness? How can you find happiness? Where do you have to go to find happiness? What information do you need to find happiness? Your brain will say, okay, I've been programmed into knowing that this happiness, because the brain is the informative bank. It is a bank, it is the big bank of England, the big bank of the world. It says, okay, happiness, come forward and speak to me, happiness. And suddenly the program starts and all the little atoms and molecules are looking inside saying, okay, here is a way of finding happiness. Now, give them money, give him a holiday, give them a partner, give them a dog, give them a beautiful sunrise, give them a beautiful sunset. And you find through information the informative way of happiness, which is just another thought, and it passes. Everything that passes cannot be informative. It can be witnessed as information passing, but the movement of itself is not providing information. The wind is not providing information about itself because you don't see it. It provides information when it goes through the trees and the trees start blowing and your washing outside starts flapping about and there's a coolness on your cheeks. Information, because coolness on your cheeks are word-based, informative ways of expressing what is taking place, the experience mind. The trees are blowing. Look at the wind in the trees. Before the forms of the trees are created, through consciousness, through information, through thoughts, through ideas, through nature, through all the stuff that is born within consciousness itself, the trees are now giving a sense of wind. Before the trees, around the trees, no wind. Look into the blue sky, it's 100 mph wind, but there's no clouds. Can you see the wind? No. You know it's windy because there's sound, there's blades of grass moving, you're being blown off your feet, everything is taking place. And that is information. Without the information, is the wind, whatever the wind is it still existing if we don't call it the wind? Buddhism is all about not understanding. You see, how can you find the unknown? You have to know what you're looking for. You have to know where it is, and you have to know when you have found it. I found the unknown. Who are you that found the unknown? Well, it's me, John. How do you know you're John? I know. Well, if you're the unknown, how have you found it? See, you want to find the unknown as the known. You see, you're already known. The problem is you think the unknown is going to come in the future, when the unknown is you when you are before this body, during this body. Every single moment of this body you are unknown. You are nothing. You are empty. You are this bubble cocoon. You are the cocoon. You don't have to pop it. If you're popping it from the inside. You're surrounded by this, what we call, let's use the word love. You're surrounded by love. Even your body is love. If that's the word you want to use, if that's the definition of what this is about, love, if you believe in love and that's all you're looking for, that you're seeking for, that you know, then be love. And understand that you are enshrouded by a body of love, by a universe of love, by natural love. All conscious love, you see. Love within consciousness, this I. But you think you have to find, you're outside of this. You are external from this. You are individual. You're a component. You're simply not worthy of this. And then Babaji says, I am that. You see, I'm not this. I am that is. I am that is this. That and this, how can they be different? How can you define them as being different? You see, even this speaker is using information. There is no pot of cocoon of love. There is no inside and outside. There is no empty and full. There is no this and that. There is no pain and pleasure. These are all artificial components of what we truly are. We are the witness, the observer, and then we're not. We are the witness and the observer, and that's information. And you say, well, I can't be, because I know I am the witness and the observer. Therefore, I cannot be. You see, that's why an enlightened being, that's why the speaker can never, ever talk about being enlightened fully or partly. Because the experience of being here is true, genuine, pure, enlightened state. Everyone is enlightened. Even the bedclothes are enlightened. They're enlightened, full of fullness, but they're primarily nothing, primarily empty, primarily I. You see, primarily has to go. To understand anything about this, you have to understand zero. Before oneness, before non-duality, before duality, before triality, before 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th dimension, you have to go to the point of zero. Who can go to the point of zero? What can be zero? Rumi and Assisi says, I opened the door and I was looking from the inside. The door was leading to zero. Who wants zero? You see, no one wants zero. No one wants to discover zero, because you think you're going to have to lose a body and everything. You cannot maintain zero. This is information of zero. Even zero is a fallacy. Every time the speaker says something has to be allowed to be ignored or destroyed or passed. The whole journey of life, let's call it a journey. Let's say time exists. You have been here every single moment. If there has been a beginning, you have been here since the beginning of life. You've never died. You were never born. And you're not actually experiencing anything that is informative, that holds some sort of understanding. You are much, much greater than even wisdom. I don't know what else to say, you see. I can only say follow Babaji. He will take you through I. And I is the key. The master key is I. But the minute you try and keep it, the minute you try and resolve it, understand it, share it, open it up, close it down, put it aside for another day, forget it, maintain it, You're just using information to stop this precious journey. If you want to stop the journey, that's okay. But why stop this journey of love? We're not talking about what's going on in the world of information. We're talking about the journey of you, the journey of I, the journey of consciousness. Please forgive for this uttering. It is useless. That to a mind that wants dialogue, that wants entertainment, that wants information, that wants to say, but tell me how to find happiness. Use your information. And then deny it, and deny it, and deny it, and deny it, and deny it. And be Ramana Maharshi, and lie down to die. Your body will find itself walking around, but there'll be no you inside, making gestures of, I am intelligent, I am information, I know so much about God and consciousness and love and all that stuff. All this 22 minutes has been passing, and you must let it pass. You must let everything pass until zero hit you in the face and said, haha, where to now? Whoever, whatever state of consciousness you're in now, where to now? You can go anywhere. Don't believe in this body going everywhere, into the universe, onto the moon, into Mars, into the boat across the ocean to get escape from your horrid lifestyles. Your journeying is happening within. All of the world around you is spinning around you. Everything is spinning around you, celebrating what you truly, truly are. I don't say experiencing, what you truly are. Being. Being is beyond human. It is beyond, but it has no beginning and no end. You see, I can only find one word that really makes sense to whatever I am. And that the word is beyondness. No beginning, no ending, just ongoing. Ongoing, ongoing, ongoing. On and on. Like this 23 minutes has been for you. Ongoing information that is dying every single time it pops up into the future, into the present, and suddenly it's gone into the past. Where can I go? Where is I looking from, and as what? And the best one, can I be seen? And who sees I? That sees I. And who sees who? That sees I. That sees I. And what sees who? That sees who? That sees I. That sees I. And what is I? And beyond. Namaste Om. Information over.